with part 2. And if you didn't watch part 1, I'll put the link down below. But again, just real briefly, I'll tell you that this album is 2005 to 2007. And I've been going back and making layouts with photos of that time. So that's what this album is about. So mostly all these layouts are fairly recent. It's kind of funny because I'm using stuff that I've had for a very long time with photos from the past, but I'm just putting them all together now. So anyway, okay, so this is where we left off, and this is more of a chit chat of what the photos are about because, like I said, some of the things I've bought over the years, so I don't know exactly where they're from or when they came out, but if I do and they're recent, I'll point them out. Like this one, for example. This is from the open book, Maggie Holmes open book collection. And this was just me, a portrait of myself in front of my brother-in-law's parents' house, and it was all decorated so Christmassy and everything, and for us that was very different. And for us, I mean me and my sisters, because we live in South Texas where we don't get to see doorways decorated all like that. They're mostly with Christmas lights. And then this right here is a pocket page. So there's some 12 by 12 and pocket pages and mixed up in here, and maybe some 8 by 8s. I just like to mix it up all together. That's just kind of my style in my albums, and I'm totally okay with it. It makes me happy. This is a layout of my sister being engaged, and they're taking some portraits here, engagement portraits. They use, or at least they use this one in the newspaper announcement, and just taking pictures of the, you could really see the seasons in North Carolina. And I believe these cards are from this is from the Little Moments edition Project Life kit. Some more photos. Here I am with my dad. We went to P.F. Chang's, and it was my first time at a sit-down Chinese restaurant having Chinese food ever, and I loved it, and that just sparked, like, I love Chinese food. Love Chinese food. That was the end of December because we went after Christmas, and then this is January 2006. This is just an insert of a youth conference that my sister hosted in South Texas. You can't really see these pictures very well. They're kind of dark because they are from a disposable camera, and so it's kind of hard when you're taking photos from afar. So that's a group picture, and it's still good for memory, and so it's good to write down what they are. And you can't see that one again, but that's Pastor Allen. That was one of his first times that he spoke at that conference. And then here I just put how years later we're doing the Person That I Am conference, but now it's for young adults in Oklahoma, which is hosted by my husband, which is crazy awesome. Who would have thought? And then this is Mardi Gras. We have a spring formal again, and this is my senior year with my cousins and some friends. And I went with a friend of mine. I was actually supposed to go with Nathan, but I'm not really sure what went on there. And I ended up going with a friend. And then here we are at my sister's wedding. She got married in 2006. This is March. This is, these are not photos professionally taken. This is just from my Fuji camera. It was spontaneous there. And this photo I love. It's of my aunt, and my mom had passed away the year before. So my aunts were all there just helping her out with her dress, and it was just such a beautiful moment that I'm so glad I captured. And oh my goodness, my phone is going off the hook. And my sister did a really lovely thing that I never heard of done at a wedding, because you know there's the father and daughter dance and then the first dance, and my sister did a sister dance, and so we all got up there and danced with her to Sisters by, it's from White Christmas, but I'm forgetting their last name, but it's by the sisters in the White Christmas. There I am dancing with my Aunt Lizzie. They're cutting the cake. First dance and the father and daughter dance. Then we go into towards the end of the spring and into the summer. And here's just a random photo of me and Nathan in February. I had nowhere to put it, so I put it in there. But yeah, here we are at a youth night, at a birthday party. My sister Jenny preaching. So cool. And this is the only photo that I have of a trip that we took to Mexico. I'm like hanging by the monkey bars, which is actually very hard to do. Anyway. Then here's a photo of us playing the last time with Nathan before he moves to Oklahoma. And here is a quinceañera that me and my cousin totally took over, but it was a good thing because she didn't have like a master's of ceremony, she didn't have any escorts or damas or anything like that, and so we put that all together for her, and so that was neat. And here is prom, my senior prom, and I went with Nathan, and it was so lovely. It was so nice. I wore the dress that I wore to my sister's wedding, maid of honor dress. It was a champagne. It was so elegant, and she did my makeup too. And here we are at Johnny Carino's, and this was actually after prom. This was taken during prom by Nathan. And we just took some pictures also at the city lake, and this is our prom portrait. This is after prom. He planned a little night fun at some go-karts, and we went walking at the beach afterwards, and we stayed up until 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning. I came in and my dad was getting up and he saw me and he just looked at me and he's like, well, you better get dressed and get ready for church. And I was like, okay, Dad. It was awesome. Just us posing, being silly. So funny. And here is my senior portraits. The formals. The whole like photographer, getting your own photographer, taking senior portraits outside was not even heard of at the time. So we were still very much into the studio formals. Portraits. And look, and so this was done back in 2006, and so I'm using just regular, loose, chunky glitter, and it's getting all over my pictures, and I gotta clean that out. If you have any ideas on how to make that, like, do I Mod Podge it, or what do I do to make it not go all over the place? My program of my graduation ceremony. Little frame here that I actually got on Michael's and they don't have anymore, so I don't know why I'm telling you all that. And here's an invitation to my graduation party. And then these were taken after that, after I'd graduated, and I really wanted to make a layout of these pictures of me and Nathan because my sisters were the ones that were taking these pictures, which is a huge deal because my sister didn't like Nathan very much in the beginning. Of course, you know, because I was so young. But then he just was persistent and in a good way and just pursuing, and he showed a lot of self-control. And so, and he was just real faithful and true to his word type of guy, and so it was just so cool to see my sisters having fun with us and knowing that he liked me. Us just being silly after church, and then this documenting how Nathan was let off of his job for a few months before he moved to Oklahoma, and for those months, and pretty much all summer, he helped my dad with whatever he needed at the church. This is a youth trip that we took to San Antonio to see United before they charged anything, and so this was all free to see them, and you even got to, after they performed, you got to go and talk to them while they were putting their stuff away. Like, it was so cool, so cool. It wasn't at the big arenas that they have now, and still at just churches, and so they're just big jokesters. Here, me trying to make Nathan laugh by riding a child's tricycle. Here at the graduation party, my high school graduation party with my dad and my sister, and then this is a goodbye party for Nathan. This is an 8x8 with me and my sister at the 4th of July. and my sister's 30th birthday, and Nathan had already left by then. We did not have the smartphones that they do now, that there is now, and so I told Nathan to take a few photos of his life in Oklahoma and mail them to me, and so he did. For a whole week he took just random pictures of his daily life, which was so neat. Some roommates, taking a selfie with some guys from church, with Pastor Dave. Here he is at his first job in Oklahoma. He worked at Panera making the pizzas. I think these cards are from the Fancy Pants Flutter Brag cards. And this layout I did a process video on, so all the details are in there. And this is just a fall festival. Or I put together my own costume. A friend of mine, sweet lady at church, did my skirt and the rest of the stuff. Like the felt details I did, and the rest of the stuff I had in my closet. Then here we jump to December. I've noticed that I don't take a lot of photos of Thanksgiving, so that's one thing. New Year's and Thanksgiving, so that's one thing that I am keeping check of in my mind to take more of, and I have been. So it's Christmas. Nathan came back to visit. There's Daniel. I posted this on my personal Instagram or on Facebook, I think. There I am with my sister. I love that picture, me and her. Just a group shot at a Christmas party. Matthias. If this is the Christmas of 2006, so this was 11 years ago. So, trying to do the math here. I think he was 13? I'm not sure, around there. Yeah, and so here I tried to do something different. I tried to go with bring out the colors that are in the photos, and it was so hard. It was so hard for me to go into my stash and get stuff out. I spent a lot of time on this layout and there's not even a lot going on. Oh my goodness, but it's done. So this is the January of 2007, my brother-in-law's 28th birthday. Nathan took a trip to Arkansas with the team and they did a worship there. And then Pastor Allen would come visit us, so he actually took this picture. We're not posing or anything, it just so happened that we are all reading parts of the paper, and so he took that shot. And then there's this photo that I absolutely love of me and my sister. Bring it in for a close-up. Because it describes our relationship from at that time so perfectly. When my mom had passed away, she just really took on the role of being there and just someone I can lean on. So every January we had those conferences, I believe. And so here's the other one of 06. It's Pastor Allen again, a selfie before service. Some members of the worship team. Little selfie with my cousin, and here we are at IHOP because what else is open so late? A Valentine's Day in 2007 with my sisters, and we all had no dates. Well, actually, two of my sisters didn't have no dates, and my sister was married, so there you go. And I did this back in 2007, so I didn't really have a lot of stickers. I just really used what people gave me and picked up things here and there at Hobby Lobby. This layout is in my Instagram that I did, so there's some details there, and this is from the hip kit of August. Yeah, a self-portrait that I took of myself, just of who I was then. So here we are in spring, and I documented a little bit of what we do yearly, or what we used to do yearly. We used to do a spring cleaning around the church, both inside and outside, and everybody would come, and it was actually kind of fun. We'd work from like mid-morning till the evening, and everybody was just, you know, helping out. And then here's a wacky day at youth. My cousin, and we just dressed really wacky. What's so funny is that my sister is wearing overalls, which totally made a comeback last year. A layout of July, my sister's birthday, South Padre Island. These cards are from the Little Moments 2, I think. Yeah. Project Life Kit. And then here are some photos of me and my cousins, and we got really, really close that year. We were hanging out all the time, pretty much like every weekend. And I love this photo of my cousins. And yeah, just being silly. My aunt's 50th. We went to go visit my sister after she had moved to North Carolina. First time visiting her. Just me and my sister being silly. It's an 8x8 of us just at the beach, and I have this one also on my Instagram with some deets. And this is just a silly picture of us on our way to the beach, I think. And then this is the summer. The same summer. And Nathan with his boss at some OSU games. He went to so many college football games. His boss would have extra tickets and he'd go, and so cool. I have yet to go, and I live in Oklahoma. That's crazy. Like, I live just, I want to say an hour, a little bit more away. So, but I'm more of an OU fan. But really I'm a Texas girl at heart. But because I'm in Oklahoma, if I had to choose OSU or OU, I choose OU. But I want to go see a game. So Nathan brags about them, how fun they were. So we gotta go. And last, this is in December of 2007. And these are actually Nathan's photos, because most of Nathan is in them. So there's a tradition that they had, all the boys would go and have breakfast at IHOP when he'd come visit. Being silly. Then it's kind of funny, me and Nathan were not talking at the time on purpose, and no one really knew that. And because no one really knew that, they thought it was okay for us to sit together, because they thought, oh, they're still talking. But we didn't say anything, and we were just like, whatever, let's just sit together. But this actually ended up being a pretty cool photo now. And then Nathan absolutely loves this photo, and that's of him and our Pastor Dave. And these cards are actually from, the Christmas cards are from the Bo Bunny December Daily pack. And I got it at Hobby Lobby. I don't know if you can get them there still, because there's a lot of changes that went on in Michael's and Hobby Lobby, where they used to carry some brands and now they don't. So yeah. Anyways, that is the end of this video. I hope y'all enjoyed these layouts and just flashbacks of my life. And I'm so excited. Right now I am scrapping our engagement photos and our wedding planning albums, so that's gonna be fun to share, and I can't wait. So I'm thinking that instead of waiting until a whole album is complete, I'll do some pages and then do a flip through of those. So yeah, if you like these videos, go ahead and give me a thumbs up so I can know, and leave me your comments or anything. It's all appreciated. Bye guys.